Hey y'all, hey. I'm Jay.
I'm C.
And welcome to the
JNC
JNC's room. Hey y'all. How are you guys doing? Welcome back. Thank you for clicking on us. Before anything, please remember to click subscribe. But as you know, I am Jay.
I'm C. Welcome to the JNC room.
Welcome. Subscribe. Click on that bell so you know when we drop a video.
Please let us know if you like our new microphones. We getting
Look at it.
spicy over here.
What? Can you hear us better? Me.
She is not Whitney
Me.
or Mariah.
Sound like a angel. It's just
Shout out,
I hate
Celine
her.
Dion just had a brain thing. She's not performing no more. She has like a brain disease.
the stiff person thing you're talking about, or
Celine
something along with
Dion.
it.
You know Celine Dion?
Yeah, I know, but remember it was like a stiff person syndrome, I think it's called.
I don't know the name of it, but it's something to do with her
Yeah.
brain. I know she's not going to
I hope
perform
she's
no
doing
more.
well.
Yeah, I hope she does better. Celine is a voice, man. So today's topic is...
Well, you want to talk about how I came to this or no? Like,
You
'cause
can do that to it.
it's always something that be happening that I be like,
It's tea time.
we need to talk about this. So, talking to one of my homegirls, she's talking to, she was talking about how like she met this new guy or whatever the case is.
Yikes.
And like it's going great, it's going well, they're dating or whatever, they're having a good time, talking on the phone, booing it up. And he had mentioned that like he was going on a date with another girl that
I like
weekend.
his style.
And she
like
was,
his style.
and she was tight. So, I asked like, so are you guys exclusive? Have you guys talked about this? And she was like, no, but we're dating. We're spending time together. So having this conversation basically made me wonder like, would I date somebody who has options? And why not? You get what I mean? And the first thing I thought was, one thing I say to a lot of my friends when we talk about our love lives and we talking about dating and relationships is, the urban community specifically, a lot of us, especially if you live in a hood, a lot of us
Yikes.
wasn't taught how to date. You really it really was you liked this person liked you, you ended up kicking it, wherever you ended up kicking it, and y'all would just end up in a relationship. A lot of, hoods are like that, where it's just like, oh, I like you, and it's just like, oh, you're gonna be my boyfriend, and it wasn't a dating thing. You got to know each other as like y'all was together and kicking it or whatever the case is. It wasn't like a whole dating process, and you, because of the fact that you was just dating this one person, this is who you just ended up with, And now that I'm older, and there's a whole bunch of like love coaches that give advice and give you tips or whatever the case is. The new thing is that when you date, you're supposed to date with options. You're not supposed to just focus on one person unless like y'all actually decide to be exclusive. What do you think about that, C?
Dating with options.
Uh-huh.
Would I date someone that is telling me they go on other dates with somebody? No. Personally, I wouldn't. And it for me. But it really depends on the person.
Okay.
So, if y'all both doing it,
Yeah.
then it's not a problem.
Okay.
But to me, you can't really vet a person properly if you're talking to other people, because now you're balancing. Mm-hmm. You can't give everybody the proper focus they deserve in the sense of getting to know, conversation, learning to see if they trying to bullshit you, learning if they telling the truth. Mm-hmm. You can't pick up on these things if you balance at 4 or 5 people.
Wouldn't you be able to go off the connection? Like,
That's a feeling.
I don't,
That's a feeling.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't go with feelings in that regard. I go with
Okay.
feelings in the relationship.
Yeah.
In the very beginning, I go with feelings. Because it got to make sense. I think you're attractive, sure,
Yeah.
but it got to
But-
make sense.
In the sense of, makes sense how? In the sense of how?
Makes sense like, all right, she's not a flop god.
Ooh, you get on my nerves. You get on my nerves.
What I do now?
Continue.
How did I get on her nerves, people? Look, this is crazy. She's bonkers. She's buku. Crazy. You know, like flopping chicks. Like chicks be like, yo, you be like, let's hang out. First time, flop on you. Like, fuck, I'm taking you serious.
Okay. I don't know.
Can't be flopping on goats.
I think.
I'm a goat. I'm a Capricorn.
Okay. I don't know.
I'm a ghost remember everything.
You what?
You ghosts remember everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Everything.
Well, so then if you remember everything, why would it be hard for you to vet if you're balancing a few?
Because I can't, my observation is like on tilt. Yeah. So it's just like, my observation is so keen that if you want me to observe every and everyone in the room?
No, just
it's like Superman when he could see through X-ray vision.
Okay.
He has to tone it down. Yeah. With great power comes great responsibility.
Okay, now. Personally, I don't know. I understand the perspective of like certain like, love coaches or whatever the case is where they say, women should definitely, even though, there's several arguments to that.
How to do that.
I was just about, that's what I'm saying. Like,
that's
what I'm saying. Like, there's several arguments to that. But they say that, it's best that you do that because of the fact that you tend to settle or you tend to now focus on this one person. And females, we romanticize the person sometimes before even getting to know him. We romanticize the whole wooing part. You get what I'm saying? But we get hype off of that. So, when you focus only on one, like I remember, I was really, this guy was like straight out of a movie. And he was just so like, it was like a fairy tale. And I remember like, as soon as I felt myself feeling like mad attached, I was just like, I need to start dating other people. Because we wasn't exclusive yet. But it was like, I saw myself now focusing on this guy and not really thinking logically. It was feelings. So that's why, like, when it comes to females, even though it's not in our favor to date several guys because of the fact of, the ratio, other stuff or whatever the case is, it kind of, you're able to dwindle out the assholes. Because a guy could front for very long. You get what I mean? And then it's just kind of like, how long is this dating process? You get what I'm saying? Yeah, nay.
Nay on what, though?
Like the dating process, vetting them.
I can vet a woman in 2 conversations.
But that's you.
Once again, that's why it's hard for me to answer these questions.
You get what I'm saying? That's
like
I'm thinking.
Me personally, would I date multiple people? Mm-hmm. Options? No, I wouldn't.
Okay.
Because women cost money.
I was about to ask you that.
Like, it's different. I could smash a couple of chicks.
Okay.
I've dibbled and dabbled.
Okay.
But am I gonna go on mad dates with? No, that's crazy. That's too expensive.
I mean, I don't know. I'm also thinking regular chill, regular time together. I'm also thinking that as well as, the dating part or whatnot.
It's been times in my life where you try to do the free stuff, and then when you're doing that stuff, it's gonna be one girl you don't really know that well. They're not gonna just do the free stuff.
Yeah.
So all these women that do the free stuff is stuff that they've been around.
Okay.
If I got a whole flock of chicks,
good night.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like I'm just trying to say like, it's nothing wrong with dating multiple women. If you in that player state, if you're a guy, if you're a woman, you dating multiple dudes, it's not gonna benefit you.
Why do you say it's not gonna benefit you?
Women are emotional creatures. If you spreading your emotions that thin, it's like, all right, a book is strong because it got all those pages together. You spread all those papers thin, you can just whoop right through that paper.
Okay. But I don't know. I've seen females who date. There's always when they date several dudes, or they're seeing, I know this, this guy, whatever the case is. They're able to move. There's probably one that has more of their feelings, but they're able to move more like it's like an interview process as opposed to like, because in reality, if you're dating 4 people, all 4 of them is not gonna get your feelings.
Here's the thing, right?
maybe 2.
Why she got 4 guys courting her?
Because, well, I mean, because she needs to know who she needs to.
No, why is 4 guys coming after her? Why is she's getting all this love?
Why do you ask that question?
It's a reason for everything. All these guys would be wanting the same thing. Cheeks.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, everybody trying to fuck. Everybody want cheeks. But her dating the several
You really got
guys.
virgins out here. That's not good for that.
Well, you do. Okay, then you got that. But, you have the...
Exceptions to the rules.
Exactly.
As you would say.
Yeah. So, you have those that kind of like, I'm getting courted, but doesn't mean like, she busting it open for all 4 of them. If you are, then, that's your life. I'm not judging you. But, majority of some females, they can't. See, that's when you can't. I mean, some females, exceptions to the rule, can. Because there's some girls who have a very sexual appetite. But, when she's dating 4 guys or getting courted or whatever the case is, she's trying to get to know all of them and seeing, would I date a guy that's dating, me personally, would I date a guy who's dating 5 females?
5, wow.
I'm only using that as a number.
I know.
5 is my favorite number.
Fizzle?
But
Faux fizzle.
if he's dating 5 girls,
Fizzle.
if we dating casually, like there's no, I'm not humping, ain't no kissing, we just getting to know each other, I would date him. But then there comes a point, depending on how long, you get what I mean, we're doing this, then it's just like, all right, so...
I don't think guys would be honest about it, though.
That's very true. That's true.
I don't think girls would be honest about it.
What, tell you that they're dating? I mean, I would just assume.
Certain guys is not even going to be like, all right, cool, it was nice talking to you. Off that.
I respect that, though.
Could be the guy she really want. That's what I mean by you can't.
But it's the same thing. I mean, the only thing with guys is they have their numbers are in their favor.
Always.
You get what I'm saying? But if you don't necessarily, so here goes the other part. If you guys are not exclusive, are you even obligated to like say something? Would you say something?
About what?
Like, I'm dating other guys, I'm dating.
Treat
Like, that guy was real honest. Would you do that?
What?
The one that was just like, oh, I have a date with another girl on Sunday.
Yeah.
Have you done that? And how'd it go? They didn't care?
Because she was never... when I realized it's not going nowhere, I just took it for what it was.
Okay.
Because she made it clear, like, yeah, she was just like, yeah, it's all good. Like, she was like, I'm talking to other dudes. It was like, oh, all right, cool. Well, I'm going on a date this weekend. She's like, all right. And bust her cheeks later on that week.
Okay. And then that was it for y'all?
No.
That continued?
Fucking.
Okay. So, I mean...
But it never came into nothing.
But it was because her options or because it was the person?
Both. So, like, personally, it depends on a person if you would date them or not. Me, I'm not doing it. I wouldn't want to know about the others.
Neither would I.
So, like, I wouldn't need your honesty, but I can tell if you're talking to other people. It's pretty obvious. And I would treat them accordingly. Honestly, if I know, if I could pick up that you're dating other people, I'm gonna treat you accordingly. Which means, not like I'm gonna shut it down to a certain extent with you. She's gonna be like, oh, why you? I'm gonna say, I feel like you talking to other dudes, and I don't want to waste money and time on that.
That is different for guys.
I don't want to waste money or time because for you, going on dates is free.
Yeah.
So I don't want to waste money and time. If anything, we can hang out here and there. Like if I'm at a party, you could pull up.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna spend that money anyway. I'm not gonna say that to her, but I'm not going out of my way to hang out with you. Know what I'm saying? You could tell me anything you want, but I know what it is.
I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. When I start talking to dudes, I automatically assume they're talking to other people.
That's pessimistic.
Because not that it's pessimistic, but it's just like a man is a man, but not in a negative way. It's more of like, I think it's.
You're assuming.
Oh snap! I'm gonna sound like you. I think it's just realistic. I think I'm just being a realist. Because in reality, once again, the numbers are in men's favor.
Yeah, but like,
so at the end of the day, like I'm not saying that it's a fact. it's also a defense mechanism. Like, he probably is talking, because when you're talking to somebody, they definitely, majority of the time, they either exiting something, in something, or in limbo. So I
Me,
automatically think that. Not to deter me though. Just like, all right, he probably doing that,
I ain't
whatever the
feeling
case is. Huh?
I ain't feeling it.
You ain't feeling that?
Nah. It's like first off, my time is valuable. My energy is valuable. If you want to dilute, if you want to use your energy for that, by all means, do that.
I don't know.
Because I wouldn't do that to them.
I don't.
And if I was talking to mad women, you could tell I'm talking to mad women. Like, especially if I didn't seek you out.
Yeah.
Like, you sought me out.
I don't know. I feel like, when you start talking to somebody, you're not obligated to be exclusively with them.
I ain't say that.
I didn't say you said that. I'm just saying.
I just feel like
I don't think that you are obligated to be exclusively with them, and until you guys are ready to get to that level, if it gets to that
I
level,
don't feel comfortable taking no woman out if she go on dates with other guys.
Mm.
I just don't. Like, I feel like I'm wasting my money. I don't mind having a conversation with you. That's free.
Okay.
But I just don't feel comfortable. My time, my money is priceless. My time is priceless.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like, would I date another woman? No. Now, if I decided to, she gotta be worth it. Like, she gotta be on point. Like, when I say on point,
Yeah.
on point. Like, I mean, conversation's beautiful. It's like, oh, her mind is just right.
Yeah.
I might entertain it then. But if you not like that, which they're not, won't you please call 911?
I remember a point I was dating.
Cause I've been shot down.
I was saying, but I wouldn't call them dates. It was just link ups, like not link ups like sexing or whatever the case is. But I would
Shit gotta be classified for me.
do wanna like chill.
I tell you this all the time. Remember I tell you this all the time?
What?
I always say this about you. Your love deserves a.
Well, yeah.
I know that's not love.
A title, but
I know it's not love.
But
what I'm trying to say is, I need to know why we hanging out.
Yeah.
What is the purpose?
See, and me, I'm just like
I know that, but this is
I'm
how
like
things get.
I'm like all right, cool.
Do you
like,
see this as a gateway to something?
It is, but it depends on how. Like, first of all, I'm not. This is, and not saying that you said this, but a link up. I'm not going to nobody's house. I just want to clarify for y'all. Like, I'm not going to nobody's house. I'm not. You know what I mean? Like, it's not on some tip where I put myself in a situation for anything to happen or for me to be.
So once again, this is convenient for you and it benefits
situation.
you.
No, well, listen. But there's times that it's not a. It's a lot of times that it's not a. It's not a, oh, we're going somewhere and you're paying for everything. It's he was cool on the phone, whatever. All right, let's go over here. Let's go grab a drink, or let's grab a walk, or let's go here, whatever. And there was a point that like
you're a good time.
You know
what I mean by that, right?
What?
Like you are not a woman that demands so much from somebody.
Well, I mean, if I'm just
I'm
meeting you,
listen.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if I don't, if I'm not, I know. I was just giving. I know, but I was just giving my example of
nothing wrong with that though.
Which is like, I don't. So I get it. Like, so when I was doing it, it wasn't like my time was wasted. Majority of the time, I'm gonna say like if I, was not even talking, but just getting to know. Because in reality, when you're just getting to know somebody, and then it goes to like, yeah, and then it's like, all right, let's kick it. You know what I mean? And it becomes a thing on a regular, or becomes a nice date, or whatever the case is. It wasn't a.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, it wasn't a. It wasn't a bad thing.
Let's classify this shit. What is this?
Like y'all.
It's a get together. Because it's like that. I bring my sister.
Look. So it was like automatic.
So if my sister comes, you know this is Dutch.
Okay.
Facts. if there's no classification to this and it's not serious, then it's not treated like it's serious.
Okay.
It's just treated like, oh, we just cooling.
But that's what I'm saying. Dating is there's levels to dating.
Dating, the key word dating, that means we're going out on a date.
But there's casual dating as well as dating exclusively.
It's still a date.
Yeah.
Two people going out is a date.
So then if you
And
did
if you're
casual,
telling me, if a person tells me, oh, this ain't nothing serious, we just cooling.
we just getting to know each other.
Cool. We could cool over the phone.
Okay.
I don't even want to hang out with you unless I had a conversation over the phone with you.
Well, I mean, that makes sense.
And that phone call, you should know how my conversations is.
Yeah.
My conversation, so it gets there very quick. So it's just like, huh? What? Oh, okay. Don't even say nothing. Just observing, listening. Oh, okay. I see where that vibe is going. Nah, I'm straight. First time I spoke to the one girl, I had an 8-hour conversation with her.
Yeah.
I told you about this, right?
Yeah, you did.
Had an 8-hour conversation with her, and we had 2 conversations and never talked to her again. See her all the time. Quick conversation. She acted like she had a problem with me. I'm like, baby, you love talking to me.
Yeah.
You show me you love talking to me. But I just be like, you did me a favor.
I also think it depends on where I'm at in my life. Not that serious. I think
You drink some tea on that shit.
I do. If I don't got time,
It depends on where I'm at in life.
if I don't got time, I'm like busy.
Aren't these microphones so easier than the last
They
ones?
are.
Yo, I don't feel no fucking string on my
I was
fucking-
just about to say that. No string, no nothing.
This shit's a little expensive, but damn, this shit is better. It's like a little classy and
Actually,
shit.
you know,
I hope y'all niggas don't hit me
ain't
swallow
no
this drink.
wires, ain't like.
Yeah,
you know?
man. Like
Let me
that
know
shit
if you
is-
can hear me. Pause. Let me know, comment, and let me know if you can hear me swallowing. Pause. Because I felt like with the
She's so nasty.
with the Cavalier mics, you can hear me
Lavalier.
like gulping or whatever the case is.
I think you hear on these too. I think these is pretty good. To hit
And I was just like, what the hey? Gulp, gulp, gulp. Like, what the hey? But yeah, I do believe that it also is about like what's going on in your life. I think at that time that I was like getting to know people, I really wasn't looking for a relationship. I really was on something like, all right, let's go
Listen,
here. Let's talk, let's laugh, ha ha ha, he he he. I low key, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like for a lot of these motherfuckers, I low key was a quick stop at the therapist's office.
wow. I got a question. I gotta go.
For real though. They would unload
You know
their
what's crazy?
whole
You got that
life.
Miss Chloe vibe with this turban on.
Miss Cleo. Tell me now.
Call me
Tell me
now.
now.
Chat with me now.
Chat to me now.
I can
help
tell you your problems.
Tell you your problems. Solve your problems.
With
Call
that
me
weak
now.
ass accent.
Call me now. That's better? Call
No,
me
her
now.
accent is weak.
Oh, I'm about to be like, you see me trying to get like, what? Wait a minute. I be trying. Except I would be like Miss Cleo or Miss.
You know what's crazy? She make it sound like she's the only psychic talking to you.
Not
It's
for
like
real.
1,500 of them
I was
motherfuckers.
mad at them. It was a whole situation. You seen her the special on her? She was over there and she went through mad stuff. It was like a whole thing behind her. It was crazy.
It's crazy, yo. That lady made mad money.
She did, but she really didn't. It was a corporation that made bad money. And they used her name, like they used her face, and she ended up dealing with a whole bunch of legality stuff. It was crazy. Call me now. Call me now. But either serious, it was like they really unloaded. You know, kudos to those niggas. I hope your life is better.
All right, so here's my question.
What?
What was your worst first date?
My worst first date? Oh my God. What was my worst first date?
You gotta be honest. Tell us the whole story. Make it quick.
Worst
Don't
first date.
wild out.
It's so like, oh my God. All right. So I met this guy. I think it was on some type of dating app. Stop it. I met this guy on some type of dating app, and and this was when like coffee dates had just became a thing. So I was like, and I was trying to. And I was trying to
It's
be
like a Friends movie.
I was trying to be different.
The Friends Theater, the Friends Cafe.
No, it wasn't that. It was like regular. It was like Dunkin' Donut. It was
For real?
Yeah, because first of all, I didn't know this man. One.
So why you go to?
I
You could have
met
went to
him-
Starbucks.
No, I was just like, let me just go right here. go far, no. And I went to like somewhere that wasn't close to my house because I didn't want him to run and run into him afterwards if this was horrible. No. I'm gonna come over here and try to run
You
into
said it's the
me.
worst. It was a bad first date, right?
It was a bad first.
So
I mean, it wasn't really a. I guess coffee date. So,
What did you get to drink?
I don't even. I think I got like a caramel mocha, like hot coffee, whatever the case is. But it was a whole bunch of sugar in it or whatnot.
Why do you keep hitting me? This is domestic violence.
So, he was late. One, and then when he showed up, he was like,
I never seen you do this one before.
because it was.
I never seen you do all these
He
hands.
looked, first of all, his like lips was so cracked. First of all, these like dating apps, catfish is real, okay? If it's not catfish, it's like, yo, it's crazy out here. So his shit was cracked.
He needed chapstick.
He had on like this like all black, like crazy ass like outfit. Like he was like, you know those sweats that like, oh my, it was horrible.
He stank.
He just looked, thank God he didn't stink. But he didn't stink and he sat like across from me or whatever the case was.
How was the conversation?
It was horrible. It was a horrible.
You didn't even talk on the phone?
We did, we did talk on the phone. It was a lot better on the phone. But we was there and it was like, I don't know if he had a friend on the phone talking for him. I don't fucking know. Like it was horrible. The conversation was horrible. And like, he was just on top of that. And then like, and a half an hour into it, he's just like, can I kiss you? Bitch! I wanted to be like, bitch. I didn't because I'm not mean. But I was just like, no thank you. And he was just like, oh. And then went into like the love bomb. And it was just so fucking weird. And I was just like, but back in the day though, I was a little bit more like, I think, I'm not going to say mean, but I guess I was a little bit more like blunt. Because I feel like he had said something about like, oh, you look nice today or whatever, or something. And I was just like, I think I said for future reference.
You look nice today? It's bad?
No, he said it to me. And then I said, I didn't respond like this to him after that. But like then, later on in the conversation, I said for future reference, your first impression is everything.
Oh my God.
So, when you meet someone, I said, you should make sure that like, your clothes is to par, your lips are lubricated, and like, you shouldn't ask to get physical within a half an hour. It was like and he was just like, oh. And the crazy part is like, oh my God, he was white on top of that. Not that I have anything about white men, but I've never dated a white guy. Actually, I had crushes on two.
So homeboy came to the donut shop looking like Undertaker?
Like, I don't know what that is, but it probably
Undertaker from wrestling.
Oh no, the Undertaker probably looked better than him, but it was bad. And then the other one, which was also like, because there was a moment that I was like on the dating apps, like, all right, this is where I'm gonna.
You're supposed to talk about one date.
I know, but I wanted to bring this one up too. So like, this one was on the dating app also, right? And so I was so tired of like, I was like, yo, fuck this shit. Like, let's still meet at the bar. Let me see if this is gone, whatever. Like, if this is gonna click or not. I ain't got time for this. Like, cause most people will talk back and forth on the text or whatever the case is. No. This man said he was 6 feet. I met him and he was 5'4". He came out the car. He came out the car and was like this. And I was like, so then we get into the bar or whatever the case is. His conversation was cool. But then, I think like 40 minutes in, I said, you lied. He goes, what? I said, you lied. I said, you said you, no, maybe, I think he said he was 5'9". He didn't say he was 6 feet. I said, you said you was 5'9". And he goes, I am. I said, I am not 6 feet. He was like, I'm 5'9". I said, you're not. Sir, you are 5'4". You shouldn't lie. And I mean, whatever. The rest of the time it was I never seen him again. What about you? What about you?
First date.
Where's first date?
Never had one.
Really? Lucky you.
Not lucky. I'm
But
just good at entertaining.
I was just about to say, but you're the,
Yeah.
men are the.
Not men. I'm just good at entertaining.
That's what I'm saying. But men kind of guide like whether it's gonna be a good
Wow. It's
first
always on us.
date.
Everything's on
But
us.
I
We pay for the
mean,
date. We gotta entertain the date.
females
God damn.
usually it's very. Nah, I'm not gonna say it's very hard for females to mess up a date because I've heard some crazy ass stories.
It's easy for anybody to mess up a date.
How would you feel if you had a date, right? You had a first date with a girl,
Mm-hmm.
right? Y'all at
Remember I told you my first conversation is so good that I could pick up if I'm gonna have a good date or not.
all right. Well, just say in this situation, it didn't happen. So you went on a date with this girl. What's a fancy place? What's a fancy place?
I'm not taking no girl to no fancy place.
What's a good place to take a date? Say just take
Good?
A, what's a good first date place that you take a girl on?
First date?
Yeah.
I don't know. Depends on the type of chick
All right.
I'm dealing with.
Say you go to BBQs.
If I'm not taking no girl to BBQs. That's just
Say you go-
ridiculous.
Say you go to, I don't know, say you go, whatever. You go to a nice
BBQs is
restaurant.
like, that's where you take a jump off.
I know, but I like BBQs. And I ain't, but they wings is
It's
banging.
all right. We understand now. We know.
I never been there for a first date though.
It's all right.
But
We know what it is now.
I order
You
some
like sticky wings.
I love me some sticky wings. I don't care what he's trying to say, but I love me some sticky wings.
I ain't trying to say nothing. I
wouldn't
said it.
I've never been taken there for a first date though. But anyway,
And you like the big drinks, don't you?
I do. Does that make me a jump off? Jump off. Because I like the big sticky wings and big drinks. Do I need to evaluate my life? Does that make me a jump
Yo,
off?
my
Them
first date
sisters?
is like Alligator Lounge.
Alligator Lounge.
Yeah.
And that's like free pizza and cheap
First
drinks.
date. That's my first date.
So
if I
why
don't trust
is-
you, if I don't trust Shorty, I'm taking you there. Cause
Good
why?
night.
Cause I could be like, yo, I'm going outside to do something, and I'm meow.
All right, say you're not going to Alligator Lounge. That's horrible. Say that. Say
Alligator Lounge is horrible.
No, that you be like, I gotta do something.
Yeah,
That's-
pay real quick and be like, I'll be right back. I'm going to the store real quick.
Good night.
Out.
You're ghosted on a date. That's crazy.
Pay for the drinks.
That's crazy. Oh, Dito. I hope that don't happen to anybody. That's horrible.
Never done it, but I mean,
So sad.
listen.
So wait, because I want to.
I'm not taking no girl on no nice date.
Say you do take a girl on a nice date.
Look, listen to me. I gotta explain why I would take on a nice date.
Okay.
She has to have a good conversation.
Okay, so she has good conversation.
Okay.
You took her on a nice date, and when you there,
Take it to a hibachi restaurant.
all right, say you took her to the hibachi
nice, all right,
restaurant.
Yeah.
And when you're there, whatever the case is, she has her food. And then y'all eating, and then the waiter comes and she goes,
There's no waiting hibachi. I'm joking. Go ahead. I'm just fucking with you. Go ahead.
she goes, oh, can I get this? I also want to order. And she does a whole nother big order. And you say to her, like, oh, you still hungry? Nah, I'm just going to take that home for my kid.
Dub.
And so,
Do that on your own money, boo. I'm just being real. Do it on your own money.
you don't think?
Do that on your own money.
You'd be upset?
No.
What would you say?
It's nothing to be upset about. I'm gonna be like, all right, that extra meal, that's on her.
What should be like, no, it's on the bill.
What bill?
There was a video of a girl that did that to a dude. And she was just like, no, you're going to pay for this. My children are hungry. I'm not going to go home without food. And I came here to eat and my kids is home.
I don't know what the fuck that got to do with me.
You know, there's...
I'd be like, you know what? You right. It is going to be in the bill. And I go to this bathroom real quick.
Good night.
Deuces.
Good night.
Meow.
You've never had a
Yo.
bad
I'll
first
literally
date?
give that. I'll be like, how much is my food? I'll eat.
Uh,
All right, cool. Order the
Yeah.
food. Eat. I'll go right to that hostess and be like, look, here's that for that. I'll pay for mine and hers. And be like, oh, deuces.
good night.
So guess what? You're going to pay for that.
What was your best first date?
Best. Wow, crazy. It's the crazy Trinidadian. She's not crazy. She's not crazy, though. She's a real nice girl. But she was my best first date. Trinidadian girl. She's a nurse. She was my best first date. She she just got so much masculine energy. Remember I told you?
Yeah.
Best first date.
What was your best? What made it your best?
Conversation was good. It was intellectual in the sense of she could drive the conversation. And we had a conversation on the phone. First time we met at a restaurant. And it was like, blah, blah, we had a good time. She looked real nice. She was wearing leather.
Ooh.
Whole leather outfit. Yeah. Brown leather outfit. I remember that shit. She was a really good first date. Honestly speaking, she was a good girl. She was just a little too masculine. If she knew how to be a tad bit more submissive, it probably could have worked.
I get it.
Tad bit. She was just a little too much. Everything had to be her way.
Well.
But a lot of the things that I was weak on, she was strong in.
Okay.
So
it
like
was a
restaurants,
balance.
she picked all the restaurants. I never had to worry about spending time with her. She'd be like, we going here, we going there. Like she just on it so much. It was like, yo, this is easy.
Yeah.
It's like I felt like a she used to come pick me up in her car. It's like, I ain't gotta drive.
What?
I was like, yo, this is love. But that fucking attitude though. Yo, we have yo, I never argue with someone. I gotta say, it's like under my mother.
Okay.
It's like it pissed me off. Like,
Damn.
she'll argue, and then she just flip that switch like, oh, nothing happened. Like, I'm fucking still mad. Like I'm not emotional about it though.
Yeah.
But I need about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Her is like 10 seconds. And it's like, and it was a nice date. What?
My best first date.
Nah, but she's married now. I'm so happy for her too. I'm not really happy for her. I'm not. Let me not say that.
Good night.
I'm not gonna say I'm not happy for her. She's mad cool. Like when I say she's mad cool, she's mad cool. I just know that dude has to have like OD tolerance. Like she's the type of woman to argue you to the point where you feel like you want to put hands on her.
But he might be the guy that likes that. Not like argue, but he might be.
I think he's a submissive one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He might be real laid back.
But she's a beautiful person, yo. She got a whole foundation.
Yeah.
Helping kids out. She's a nurse. Like she's doing her shit, yo.
So that's good.
More power to her, yo. She's really a different type of woman. But couldn't work out well because that energy. Listen, man, it can't be so many chiefs in this hut.
That's true. I mean,
like I like her to be a chief in certain things, like picking dates and all that.
yeah.
But like, damn, nigga, we always argue. Every time we argue, if that arguments wasn't like that, we've been good. Arguments is whoo. Like I'm talking about, I got high blood pressure.
Yeah.
So whoo. If I ain't run a mile, why am my heart racing at 180?
I don't know. That's crazy.
I feel a cold sweat.
That's too much.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's too much. That is too much.
Nah, it's too much.
I think my best first date, I met this guy. It was so weird how I met him also. And he had took me out to eat somewhere, whatever the case is, around where we was at. And the conversation was so good. Like, he's the type of person that you could just talk about anything. Like, anything.
Took you where?
He took me around. He took me to a restaurant around my area, or whatever the case is, and it was nice. But he was smooth too. Like he was very smooth. Like
he took a lot of pages out of my book, man.
Like it was like when a dude is so, ladies, comment on what I'm about to say. When a dude is so smooth, like I ain't even talking about sex, but you are like I'm
it's key things how to do that.
I'm gonna take this motherfucker down. I'm gonna take him down. Like he was mind effing me. Like
Easy.
You get what I'm saying? So then when we went to eat or whatever the case is, by the time we was done with the dinner and the conversations and because he was so like like it was just very fluid, our conversation or whatever the case is. And we was already comfortable with each other by the end of the conversation. So then like it didn't end there. We ended up going to like some bar like in the closer to like
music.
Soho, whatever the case is, with music. You know I love me some dancing.
How do you know? How do you think I know this?
You know I love me some dancing.
How do you think I know this?
Cause you been doing this.
No, it's a chain thing. You go on a date, you test it out in the dinner, you see how it's gonna move, and then you escalate it. You do it without them even knowing that's part of the plan.
Well, yeah.
Depends on if the date is good. If
Yeah.
the date don't go good, you just gonna end it at the dinner.
Basically.
To separate, or you take them home or whatever.
Basically.
But if she passes that test, and you gotta understand, men know how. Not men. Certain.
Yeah, basically. I'm about to be
that
like.
got that smooth quality.
Yeah.
I gotta say I'm probably of that ilk, where you can introduce sex without saying sex,
Yeah.
and it's like
It was like
flirting.
a whole like.
It's flirting.
Yeah. Even
Yeah.
how we like the food was good on top of that. I'm a tourist, y'all. The food was great. I didn't even drink during the whatchamacallit. That's how I knew it was like, I didn't even drink,
man.
and I was like,
I ain't gonna lie, man.
say, calm down.
When you got
All
it,
of this.
he took you dancing. You had a good time. You had danced on
Took
each
dancing,
other.
and he could dance.
That's what I'm trying
And
to
the thing-
say.
And the place that
It's-
he went, though, and what made it like the best, like it wasn't like just taking somewhere to dance. Like he could dance, like, and it was a very versatile place. So it played reggae, it played hip hop, it played salsa, it played merengue, it played house music, and like I'm a very when it comes to music, I'm very versatile. I love to dance, I love music, and this motherfucker dances. And like when the fight what finally like sealed the deal was when a salsa song came on. And this motherfucker pulled me to the damn dance floor and was just, what? Girl, I had to go home after that because
But
I had
that's
to
what
go
I
home.
mean by you see,
But
like
it
that's how
was-
you know. Listen.
It was.
Let me say this to you. Let me say this to you.
Wait, and then because it was all near whatever the case is, he was driving also. Like we drove back to the area. He parked up, and like around my area, there's there's nice piers, there's nice areas, that you just walk around. So
He
we
gave
kind
you
of
the
just
whole. He gave you the whole.
walked around, and we was still talking under the moonlight. What? Girl, let me go home because I ain't got time for this. And I got time to get pregnant tonight. Okay? Like what? But it was so
Should have been get in my belly.
it was so great.
But once again,
Yeah.
how can I say this? It's like when you get to a certain level of game and a certain level of understanding women nature, a certain thing of understanding how to talk,
Yeah. But
you get it.
also having your personality matters. Cause you could talk a certain kind of way and it could come off
Genuine.
yeah. But when you could tell most girls, I'm not gonna say all girls.
Can't
you
sound scripted, man.
You could tell when a guy just kind of, he's smooth with nothing behind it, with no substance. You get what I'm saying? Does that make sense what I'm saying?
He's not really smooth then.
Like-
he just has charismatic. He doesn't have any
Yeah,
personality.
basically. Well, I'll say that. He's just charismatic or whatever, but there's nothing behind it. You get what I mean? You can't really, because a part of you being able to talk about whatever, that's not really smooth. That's you. That's you know what I'm saying?
intelligence.
Basically.
Yeah.
And being able to talk about whatever and being able to see different perspectives, because it was a mind F. You could be charismatic, but you don't necessarily, excuse me, why? But it all depends on the girl. You don't necessarily mind F them. You get what I mean? You kind of swoon them.
That's why I said
Like,
gotta know the game, man. I know the fucking game, man. I could.
That boy has some
I'm
game.
not gonna say I'm an A+ in the game, but
that boy has some game.
who?
The first date one.
You can tell.
He has some game.
Cause he just ran a whole. Listen. That whole play he did.
Right.
Done that 1,000 times. And I've done.
Right.
And those nights when you get those type of nights, they usually end with success.
I had to go home.
Touchdown.
I had to go home. I
Touchdown.
was like, yeah, nah.
Touchdown.
Yeah, nah. Even the way he bagged me was smooth.
Oh.
And the scenario, no, for real.
Paper or plastic?
What you mean?
How he bagged you?
I'm gonna say plastic because there was no spilling and
He
get
was a
wet.
gentleman.
Tied it up.
Gentlemen know how to pack the bag in paper.
Nah,
Carry.
he took that shit. And I was being resistant too. Like I was just like, what the fuck? I ain't say what the fuck, but I was just like, and I passed him. Like he said something and I passed him. And so then he was just like, ma'am, can I ask you a question?
Ma'am?
Ma'am, sister, I don't one of them, good ma'am or sister,
Yeah,
one
I
of
feel
them
this-
two.
I
And he
felt
was
this
just like,
energy.
and he was
Pause.
like, can I ask you a question? And I turned like, he was like, why is it this shit would not work today. It works back then when I was of different minds. Anyway, he was like, why is it that when a brother try to holler at a sister, she just don't be showing him no love? And I was just like, and I was like, what do you?
That's a line.
I said, what do you mean?
That is like that's a line.
I was like, what do you mean? I was just like, look at where we, da-da-da, and I'm saying all of this or whatever. And he was like, well, me giving resistance. And he's like, well, you are right. That's true. But da-da-da, how? And it ended up into a whole conversation.
Yeah.
We ended up talking.
He just needed you to stop.
Yeah.
Take
we
a
ended
breather.
up talking for like a good hour.
Yeah.
Before he even like.
Ask you for your number.
Yeah.
He already knew
It
he
was
had your
just
number
like
for the first 10 minutes.
Like, listen, and we're talking, but once again, it was a real conversation. It wasn't like cheesy. Got the number, whatever the case. I'm like, and the whole time I was like, who the hell is this? Who the hell is this? He ended up being a devil, by the way, ladies. So don't let them stay woke. It was a great relationship.
The devil's charming.
It was a great
The
relationship.
devil's charming.
Like it was.
Listen, the
great
devil is
relationship,
charming.
but
That's what you don't understand. The
boy.
righteous. Look, I'm gonna say this to you again, right? Remember we
Lord.
talked about this?
Yeah.
I'm saying this because you're gonna say
Nah.
that's red pill.
No, but it's true though. Like,
Listen. That 20%
Whew.
knows what to say, how to say it, when to
Listen,
say it.
and he was a
But-
writer on top of that.
Huh?
He was a writer on top of that. So he,
Like poetry
like a
or-
writer. Nah, he was a film writer.
Okay.
So
Yeah, he know how to
so
script shit.
he knew how to talk. He knew how to whatever the case is. It was
He was a victim. But
Ooh.
like I said,
had fun though.
but at the end of the day, like you gotta know. Listen, I write poetry. I know how to put some words together and make it sound right.
Are you?
I know how to write, do all that, songs, all that shit.
Yeah.
I know how to make the shit sound good when I want to.
Basically.
But with great power comes great responsibility. How many times did everybody watch Spider-Man?
I ain't gonna lie, I loved it all. I ate it up. But that's not on some like, oh, I was dumb or whatever the case is. So don't get it twisted. The conversation continued because of me también. It wasn't because of the
It's all
smooth
good. It's all
shit.
good. It's all good. You
But
got you got
definitely.
you got a little poked up. It's all right.
I
So
ain't
look,
get, what you mean? I got a little poked up. Poked up? Like what are you talking
got a little
about?
poked up, man.
What does that mean? What you trying to say? I got a little poked up.
Got a little poked up. It's all right.
Poked up with what? A fork?
As I was saying, y'all.
What?
So back to the topic, man.
Nah, I got a little poked up. Either way, it was fun.
Yeah, as long as you have fun getting poked up.
Poked
All I'm
up.
trying
You
to
talking
say,
about being humped?
would you date
Is that what
somebody
you're talking? No,
with
no.
options?
You're not just gonna change. Just go back to this. What
I'm
you
trying
mean?
to-
Being
I'm trying
poked
to-
up? You mean getting humped?
Listen, you got poked up.
Poked up by what?
Listen, so yeah, you was getting poked up.
First of all, enough. I was in a relationship getting, and nobody was getting poked up off of.
Now you don't get poked up outside of a relationship.
First of
Here
all,
we go.
First
Listen, I
of
ain't got
all,
time for this
let me tell you
bullshit.
something.
I ain't got time for it.
I'm a lady. I ain't gonna talk about this.
I ain't got no time for
I
it.
ain't gonna talk about this poked up stuff.
Who's getting poked up?
First, I would
That
not.
nigga name is Jack the Ripper.
Woo! Oh my God, I hate you.
That nigga thought
First of all,
he was in jail
first of all,
getting poked up with a swizzle.
enough.
Enough. And you didn't have enough.
I definitely did. It was a good time, but I did have enough afterwards because I told you I ended up being the devil. Devil.
Lucifer.
Devil.
The devil's a charming individual.
The
you
devil
know?
definitely is a charming individual.
Very charming. You know,
And
that
like-
that top 20%, we all do something right in that motherfucker.
Listen,
It's the 80%
What?
y'all should get, but y'all don't want them
Yeah,
niggas.
because the 80%, they don't know. You know what the crazy part is? The dude that I had the first date with,
He's 80%.
80%.
And you could have taught him.
That's all. It was a lot of
All you had to do was give him
like.
you just had to bathe him in vinegar
This is
oil.
a whole
vinegar.
This is a whole different conversation.
And then
but it's
gives-
just like the 80% that's like that is like, damn, like
That's how it is. I try to tell you.
it's like
So-
I'm not even attracted.
Listen.
Hey,
She could have fixed the nigga. She ain't want to be
Could
Mrs. Fix
you?
It. She wants a Mr. Right Now, and Mr. Right Now is 80%. It's a 20%.
I don't even. It's not even at least a Mr.
No, it
you
doesn't
know,
work that way.
He didn't even have the.
It doesn't work.
I
that
think
way.
he was on the lower spectrum of that 80%.
It's still low.
I'm gonna
spectrum.
need
It's
like
part of the 80s.
the middle.
Doesn't work that
spectrum
way.
Of the 80%.
It does not work
It's
that
different
way.
levels to the 80%.
It does.
And he
But
was just-
You don't know.
Dude,
He might be a
you talking to a shorty and feeling.
bartender.
You gonna tell me? You talking to a
Rolling with
shorty
me.
and your lip crack up, and you not gonna
Ain't nothing little Vaseline can't help. Look,
bleeding? It's like, oh yeah, let me help you. No,
man, just put a little motherfucking
no.
What's that? What's that? That
Blistex, Carmex,
No, the one that treats
Vaseline.
wounds. The-
Neosporin.
Yeah, put a little Neosporin.
This is what is that? This
Yeah, yeah,
is,
nigga.
yo, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. to
Yeah.
me. Nah, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just be a spinster.
Cool.
Continue
So-
spinster life because you know I'm in the age bracket of
Listen.
a spinster. But any go ahead.
So look, would you date somebody with options? I mean, no. I can't. She gotta be worthwhile, man. And that's an exception to the rule. How you feel?
I would, and I wouldn't focus on whether they did or not. Because I told you, automatically when I talk to a dude, a man
Yeah,
being a
you're
man,
pessimistic. Yeah.
it's not being pessimistic, it's realistic. Most men are talking to several females. The numbers are
No,
in
most
there.
of the men you talk to are in that 20 who got options. Talk to them 80 niggas.
Listen, I can't.
Talk to them.
If you no. If you don't even gotta worry about an option if he's in the 80%. But if I'm talking to a man that is a well presentable man,
Everybody
you
wants
know,
him. Somebody else wants
he's, you know what I mean?
He's part of
he
the
most
20%.
likely is talking to another female. And if he is, all right, cool. Now,
You gotta prove. Now you gotta battle.
well, I mean, if it's supposed to be me, then it's supposed to be me. If it's not, then it's not.
And you gotta go.
But
after
I
you
would
just
go.
put
I
'em
would,
up,
I would
put 'em
go at
up.
it at a very like nonchalant kind of way
So let
because
me
of
ask
the
you a
fact
question.
that you know he already has other
So
options.
you know y'all options. You're not gonna tell the shorties put them up. Put them up. It's fine.
No,
Put them up. Put them up.
I'm not. Because if off the vibe he not like on some like off the vibe he not like on some like if you was like all right cool like
Shorty.
ain't much
It's
more
like
that I
lottery.
could do.
You gotta be in it to win it.
Ain't much more that I could do.
So
'Cause
look, this is the topic that we covered.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know from y'all how y'all feel about it. Would you date somebody with options? Would you date somebody that has mad options?
have you been that person with mad options?
What's your stories of your first date? Let us know because
Good
she was
ones
getting poked
and
up.
bad ones. First
She
of
was getting
all,
poked
I did not get poked up on that first date.
I never said.
I went home so I wouldn't get poked up because he was a smooth motherfucking
What's his name?
criminal.
Jack the Ripper.
His name was Smooth Criminal. Smooth. He wasn't poking nothing up
Who's it?
on the what's it recorded. But
Annie,
either way,
Annie, what's the name? Annie, what?
Annie, are you okay? Are you okay? That's what he was asking. I'd be like, yo, I'm out. And he
You
got
okay,
and he
Annie?
got to go home.
Annie, you okay?
Yeah, now that I'm home, Annie had to go home because she was about to be kidnapped.
Hold on. Billie Jean is not my love.
I definitely was.
Woo!
First of all, but either way, have y'all had a great first date, ladies? Have you ever had a great first date that you had to go home and make sure that you wasn't gonna get poked up because he wasn't trying to get pregnant, he wasn't trying to fall in love?
She's getting poked up like she was in Alcatraz of Rikers.
Lord.
Like you dropped the soda. You
Listen.
dropped the soap in the bathroom.
When that relationship. Okay, wow. All right, guys.
you
Please subscribe, like, share.
Yo, tell us.
Press the
Yeah.
press the
Tell
press
us,
the-
yo, give us some
press the
topics. Tell us how you
bell.
feel about these topics. Give us some topics. Give us some stories. Email us. All the people that's following us, we mess with y'all.
Yo,
Y'all family.
hurt to y'all.
What we gonna name them?
Our roomies. They're our roomies.
Roommates.
I'm gonna say roomies.
Okay, then
Y'all are
roomies.
roomies. Oh my God. Love out to the roomies. For real.
I gotta name something else. You could call them roomies.
I'm gonna call y'all roomies. Our
something
roommates, our roomies.
I'm gonna say the crew.
Oh.
I want you to have a good evening. And definitely like, share, subscribe, turn on the notifications. And please comment poked up.
Don't, please.
Poked up in the chat, y'all.
Don't do that. Don't do that,
Later.
y'all. Bye, y'all.